Guys, remember to please write down questions for 1 minute.
I'll speak slow and speak very fast. My name is Jean Marie Mitchell. Can you hear me?
No.
Yes. Can you hear me?
No.
Yes. Okay, my name is Jean Marie Mitchell. I'm a board member right now. I've been a board member for 1 year. I participated in this forum last year, so I feel a little seasoned, especially in this room. I'm very proud to be on the board. I'm absolutely thrilled. I am a parent. I have a child in the 8th grade of high school. My son has been in the Hoboken School District since we moved into Hoboken in 2002. He entered in Calabro School in 2002 in kindergarten, and he's moved through Calabro and spent some time in Connor School, and now is at the high school. And I'm absolutely thrilled on the quality of the education that he's getting. He's doing very well. And I'm here today to answer questions. And I would appreciate you if you could vote for us on Vote for Kids First 345 on April 27th. We have some wonderful momentum that we've been moving along in this past year, and I want to continue that momentum of improving the children's quality of education in our district through purchasing more technology, laptop programs, and but also, of course, keeping costs down. We know our taxes are very high, and our group were able to keep the levy flat for the second year in a row. So thank you.
Next opening statement, Carmelo Garcia.
Good evening, everyone. It is with great honor and pleasure that I participate in this debate. It's very exciting. The great Yogi Berra once said, if you don't know where you're going, you'll eventually end up somewhere else. And I know where we're going with education. My mom always instilled the value of education in me and hard work, and I'm a proud product of Hoboken's public schools. I've served on the board for the last 9 years, proudly, with passion and pride, and I have a lot of great accomplishments that I can rattle off, but I think my track record has spoken for itself. But I've championed the school-based youth services program, the EMT program, shared services agreement, college preparatory courses, the hiring of Dr. Toback, which we're all excited about, the early childhood program, and I've developed this whole child movement where I've come up with this acronym, HELPERS. We are all helpers in our children's education, and HELPERS stands for a healthy learning environment, educational excellence, leadership that's effective, parental involvement, expectations from the parent to the teachers, from the school district to the board members, and of course, resources, making sure that all the right resources are in our district for special education. And lastly, social interaction and service to our community. That's what I'm running on. Thank you.
And next, Clifford Godfrey.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Clifford Godfrey, as you mentioned. I'm running for the Board of Education because I have a daughter. She's 14 months at this point in time, and I've seen the difference of a child that's been groomed for matriculation to college. And I've seen whereas a kid doesn't have the aspirations of going to college or pursuing higher education. I see my participation in the Board of Education candidacy, this race, as ensuring that adequacy is given and adequacy is built around the foundation for success. And that adequacy and that foundation is all around education. I see education as something that we all need to get together and come up here and participate in these debates and just get a broad vision of what should be established for our children. And with my experience as working with the National Association of Educating Young Children for 6 years, I see where early childhood education can be improved in the city of Hoboken, the school district of Hoboken. So, with that, I feel as though my participation is necessary in the system.
All right, we'll begin with the first. Here on the school board is diverse and can be very time-consuming. Please describe how you will devote your time and focus your board duties.
Oh, I love that question, Bob. I think that my mom will tell you, and wife, that I've mastered the art of time management. And when my family stands by my side, my kids and my wife, and tell me that I am a symbol of hope and a role model to my community, and that I have to, go out there and serve on the Board of Education, because public education is everything to me. So for me, my family is always first. And as long as I have their blessings, and I am reminded of my passion and of the mission that I've undertaken to ensure that what I went through when I was in high school, where my school did not prepare me fully for college, and I went to Seton Hall University, did my undergrad there, and then I my dual masters here at this prestigious university, Stevens, but it did not prepare me, and I realized that no child should go through what I went through, and that's why I came back and ran for the board and have proudly served on the board. But I feel very confident that I have been blessed with high energy to wear many hats, so I can always master and have the art of time management. Thank you.
Mr. Godfrey, question again. Describe how you will devote your time and focus your board duties.
Well, at this point in time, I am a project manager for the Downtown North Core Redevelopment Corporation. And with that, I'm very successful at managing my time, dealing with the community and dealing with, the ins and outs of a corporate job. Going to Stevens, you had to manage your time adequately enough to matriculate. That's it. So with that, I understand that it is a very, very time-consuming task of being on the board and being accountable and sitting there and having so many people look for you to make the right decision. I will ensure that my time will be managed correctly.
Next question, beginning with Ms. Mitchell. What steps can be taken to improve upon the number of graduating Oh, my mistake. I'm sorry. Now you know you're going to be first next time, by the way. Go ahead.
Devoting time as a volunteer. Luckily, I work very close. I work full-time. I'm a single parent, and I live very close to my office. And what sets me apart from my competition that are on the board now is that I'm here. I haven't missed a meeting. I've gone to every meeting this year. I've taken vacation days to attend committee meetings. I've taken vacation days to visit Dr. Toback to interview him. I've taken lunch breaks, raced over to the Board of Ed to have go to committee meetings. And I believe I really stand out as far as my attendance just by being here. When I was brought on as a board member, when I was voted in as a board member, I take it extremely seriously, and I've been here. I've been there to vote. Your only power as a board member is to vote. You can speak and talk as much as you like, but if you're not there at the table to vote, then you really have no voice, and you don't have making a difference in the district.
Great, thank you so much. And again, thank you to the Hoboken Family Alliance and the Quality of Life Coalition for sponsoring, hosting this wonderful educational forum. What I will tell the voters of Hoboken is that when I am elected, when you vote for me, you know you'll get a fighter, a champion of public education, someone who loves and cares for your children as if they were my own. My track record in Hoboken, whether it be with the recreation program, whether it be education, whether it be public housing, my alignment of public housing and public education and everything that is public policy has always been at the forefront of my journey. And that is what you will get when you elect Carmelo Garcia to the Hoboken Board of Education again on April 27th. And I thank you all for being here and listening to us, and definitely I look forward to us making it happen. Thank you.
Mr. Godfrey.
I'd like to thank you all for coming out, for taking the time out to listen to the things that we have to say. It's time for a new, fresh set of eyes to be placed on our school budget. It's time for us to find out what different ways that we can implement to bring new resources into our school district. It's time for us to find out new ways where we can all work together and come together and sit down and provide a winning strategy for our students. It's about the children, and let's hold everybody accountable for the successes that our children achieve.
Thank you all for inviting us out. I think this is a wonderful forum. I've been going here for years, and it's always made my decision on who I was voting for. So I really appreciate this wonderful forum. What sets me apart, and I really implore you, please vote for Kids First 3, 4, 5. The difference that I make is I show up. I've been here. I've been a board member for 1 year. I've been attending board meetings for the last 5 years. But as a board member, I find it absolutely imperative to come to the table, to come to committee meetings. I don't show up late. I've even taken, again, I keep saying, I've taken vacation days. I have perfect attendance at my job, my career. 14 years, it'd be 21 if I didn't have a child. That's the most important thing as a board member, is to show up and to be there, to be able to be available to even interview the potential superintendents. That is the most important thing a board member can do. Now going forward, we're working with that superintendent. You have to go to the meetings. You have to be there to place your vote. Thank you.
As is the tradition, we generally in the past years, there's been an extremely high percentage of money spent on administrators. Recently, this has been drastically reduced and money placed back into the classroom. Do you support this initiative? I'm curious to see if someone says no, I'm against the money going into the classroom. But you can say whatever you want. Ms. Roseberry.
No, absolutely. It needs to go back into the classroom. And the reason for the drop in the administrators is because of the retirements that we've had recently going out. And the money into the programs that will be expanding, hopefully, that will service every child in our district. And I'm glad that that's happening. Thank you.
Let's see which line is on. Yes, Mr. Feinstein next.
Could you read that question?
Yes. In the past years, there's been an extremely high percentage of money spent on administrators. Recently, this has been drastically reduced and money placed back into the classroom. Do you support the money going into the classroom?
Absolutely, 100%. The more money that goes into the classroom, although admittedly, when you hear there's less money being spent on administrators, you're concerned that maybe the lower cost might affect the education. However, that's certainly not the case in this district, because we've got so many excellent administrators. The reason for the recent sharp drop-off, which I'm not sure it's that sharp, it's just that it was so high, but we've had a large number of retirements, and we've had some attrition, and we also have cut a few positions at the school. So that certainly frees up a bunch of funding for the kids, which is obviously where we want it to be, not at a big, maybe bloated administration. We would rather have it in the classroom for the benefit of the kids. Thank you.
I absolutely support more money going into the classrooms. Absolutely support that. Unfortunately, I have not seen it happen since all these retirements have taken place. There has been multiple consultants hired, and I don't know why. Legal fees and everything like that. The Saturday U program has been canceled. So I believe that if we do put that money back into the classroom programs such as the Saturday U program, it would be brought back and beneficial to all students of Hoboken.